Welcome to Bone Health Heroes, the series where we uncover the real secrets behind strong, healthy bones, especially for seniors. If you're over 60, you already know how important bone health is. But what if I told you that while some vitamins are essential for keeping your bones strong, others could actually be weakening them silently? In today's episode, we're zeroing in on two of your biggest allies, vitamin D and calcium, and exposing one sneaky nutrient that might be working against you, excess vitamin A. This episode could change how you think about supplements and nutrition forever. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's dive into what your bones really need, and what they definitely don't. Before we jump into the must-eat vitamins for your bones, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We're here to help seniors stay strong, independent, and pain-free. Segment 1. The bone-saving duo, vitamin D and calcium. Let's begin with the basics. Our bones are living, growing tissues, and like any part of the body, they need the right fuel to stay strong. Calcium is one of the most important minerals for bone strength. Think of it as the cement that holds your bones together. But here's the catch: as we age, especially after 50, our ability to absorb calcium drops significantly. That's why so many seniors start to lose bone mass, sometimes without even knowing it, until a fall leads to a painful fracture. Enter vitamin D. Vitamin D is like the gatekeeper that allows calcium to be absorbed from your food into your bloodstream and into your bones. Without enough vitamin D, even if you're eating plenty of calcium-rich foods, your body can't use that calcium effectively. It just passes right through you, leaving your bones starving. So where can you get these two nutrients? For calcium, good sources include low-fat dairy like milk and yogurt, dark leafy greens like kale and collard greens, almonds, tofu, and fortified plant-based milks like soy or almond milk. For seniors, the goal is about 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day. As for vitamin D, the best source is natural sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day on your face, arms, or legs can do wonders, especially in the morning or late afternoon. But for many seniors, especially those who live in northern climates, or who stay indoors most of the time, that's not always realistic. In that case, fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are excellent dietary sources. Fortified cereals and egg yolks also contain some vitamin D, but often not enough to meet your daily needs. That's why supplementation becomes important. Most experts recommend around 800 to 1,000 IUs, international units, of vitamin D per day for adults over 60. If you're unsure whether you're getting enough, your doctor can order a simple blood test to check your vitamin D levels. Signs of deficiency can include muscle weakness, joint pain, fatigue, or even a higher risk of falls and fractures. Together, vitamin D and calcium form a dynamic duo. They don't just help maintain strong bones, they actually help rebuild and preserve bone tissue as you age. And that means fewer fractures, better balance, and more independence well into your golden years. Segment 2. The danger of excess vitamin A. Now, let's talk about a lesser-known risk, vitamin A toxicity. Vitamin A is crucial for many things: good vision, immune health, and skin repair. But here's the problem: unlike water-soluble vitamins, vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means it can build up in your body over time. And too much of it can actually lead to weaker bones. That's right. Several studies have shown that high levels of vitamin A, especially in the form of retinol, the active form found in animal products and many supplements, can interfere with bone formation and increase the risk of fractures, especially in seniors. So, how are seniors getting too much vitamin A? Often, without realizing it. Cod liver oil, for instance, is rich in vitamin D, but also extremely high in vitamin A. Some multivitamins contain 100% or more of the recommended daily allowance of vitamin A, and when you combine that with a diet that includes liver, eggs, or fortified cereals, you may be unknowingly overdosing. In fact, the tolerable upper limit for vitamin A is 3,000 micrograms per day. Exceeding this regularly, especially through supplements, has been linked to hip fractures and low bone mineral density in older adults. To make matters worse, many people confuse beta-carotene, the form of vitamin A found in plants like carrots and sweet potatoes, with retinol. Beta-carotene is safe because your body only converts what it needs. But supplements with preformed vitamin A, retinol palmitate or retinol acetate, can push you over the limit. That's why it's so important to read your supplement labels. If you're taking a multivitamin, calcium supplement, or even a bone support blend, check how much vitamin A is in there, and in what form. You might be surprised. If you're enjoying this and want more expert tips on senior bone health, hit that subscribe button. Your bones will thank you. Segment 3: Creating the Right Balance. So, what's the takeaway here? Balance is everything. Your bones need nutrients, yes, but they also need smart choices. You can't just rely on pills and hope for the best. You need to build a bone-friendly lifestyle. Start with your plate. Aim to eat 2 to 3 servings of calcium-rich foods each day. Think yogurt in the morning, leafy greens at lunch, and almonds or tofu with dinner. Combine those meals with safe sun exposure, just 15 minutes a day when possible. Or discuss vitamin D supplements with your doctor, especially during the winter months. Next, keep your vitamin A in check. Avoid high-dose supplements unless prescribed. Instead, get your vitamin A from plant-based sources like carrots, spinach, cantaloupe, and sweet potatoes. These are rich in beta-carotene, which doesn't pose the same risk to your bones as retinol does. Also, stay physically active. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, light jogging, or resistance band workouts help stimulate bone growth and maintain bone density. And don't forget hydration and sleep. These might not seem directly connected to bone health, but poor hydration can reduce joint cushioning, and poor sleep can increase inflammation, both of which negatively affect your skeletal system. Finally, talk to your doctor about bone density scans, especially if you're over 65 or have a history of fractures. A DEXA scan can tell you exactly where your bones stand, and help guide the right treatment plan. So let's sum it up. Calcium and vitamin D are essential for healthy bones, especially as you age. They work together like a team. Calcium builds the structure, and vitamin D helps deliver it. But too much of a good thing, like vitamin A, can quietly work against you, eroding the very bones you're trying to protect. That's why knowledge is power. By making small, informed choices each day, choosing the right foods, staying active, monitoring your supplements, you can build stronger bones and a stronger life. Thanks for watching this episode of Bone Health Heroes. In our next episode, we'll uncover something that might surprise you: the shocking connection between soda and bone loss. You won't want to miss it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend or loved one who cares about staying strong as they age. Until next time, take care, and keep those bones strong. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode of Bone Health Heroes. Episode 2, Bone Health Heroes Series. The Soda Surprise: How Sugary Drinks Destroy Senior Bones. Welcome back to Bone Health Heroes, the channel where we uncover the surprising truths about staying strong and independent as you age. In today's episode, we're talking about something millions of people drink every single day: soda. It's fizzy, it's sweet, it's everywhere. But what if I told you that your daily soda habit could be quietly robbing your bones of the strength they need to keep you mobile, balanced, and pain-free? Today, we're exposing the soda surprise, how sugary drinks, and even some sugar-free ones, can damage your bones more than you ever imagined. Quick reminder before we start: subscribe to our channel for weekly tips that help protect your bones and your health. Segment 1. The shocking link between soda and bone loss. Let's start with a hard truth: numerous studies have linked soda consumption to low bone density, particularly in older adults. And this isn't just about sugary sodas; diet sodas are part of the problem too. So how exactly does something as simple as a drink cause so much damage? There are three key reasons: phosphoric acid, sugar, and caffeine. Most colas, regular or diet, contain phosphoric acid, which gives soda that sharp tang. But here's the issue: when there's too much phosphorus in the blood, your body has to balance it out by pulling calcium out of your bones. That means every time you enjoy that cold cola, your body may be weakening your skeleton just to keep your blood chemistry in check. On top of that, soda is full of added sugars. A single can of soda can have upwards of 35 to 40 grams of sugar. High sugar intake increases inflammation in the body and causes calcium to be excreted in urine, meaning less calcium remains available for your bones. It's a double blow. Pulling calcium out and flushing it away. Caffeine adds a third layer of risk. While small amounts of caffeine aren't inherently bad, excess caffeine, especially in combination with sugar and phosphorus, can also lead to increased calcium loss. And as you age, your bones become more vulnerable to even these subtle daily assaults. Segment 2: how soda habits form, and why seniors are especially at risk. Soda habits often form over years. Many seniors grew up drinking colas with meals, and for some, it's a daily ritual. Others turn to diet sodas thinking they're a healthier choice. But even without sugar, the phosphoric acid and caffeine are still there. And while younger people may not feel the consequences right away, by the time you're over 60, those years of soda drinking can start to catch up with you. What makes this even more concerning is that many seniors already struggle with low calcium intake. Combine that with less vitamin D from sun exposure, reduced absorption, and sedentary lifestyles, and soda becomes a silent threat. Worse still, seniors who experience bone loss often don't notice until something serious happens: a fractured hip from a minor fall, or sudden height loss due to spine compression. These aren't just injuries, they can be life-altering, often leading to reduced mobility, independence, and quality of life. Pause for a second: are you subscribed yet? If not, go ahead and hit that button now. We've got more bone-saving tips coming up. Segment 3: real science, real stories. Let's look at the science. In one major study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that women who drank more than one cola a day had significantly lower bone mineral density in their hips. Another study out of Harvard linked soda consumption to increased fracture risk among teenagers, a red flag that the damage begins early and continues later in life. But the stories hit home even more. We've heard from viewers who drank diet soda daily, only to suffer from repeated fractures later in life. One woman reported drinking 3 colas a day for decades, believing diet soda was harmless. After a routine fall, she broke her hip and had to undergo surgery and months of rehab. When she asked her doctor why it happened, he pointed to bone loss, and her soda habit as a likely contributor. These stories are more common than you'd think. That's why awareness matters. When we know better, we can do better, and protect ourselves before it's too late. Segment 4. What to drink instead. So what can you do? First, consider cutting back or eliminating soda from your daily routine. Even one less can per day can make a difference over time. And don't just swap soda for sugary juices, look for drinks that support your bone health. Here are a few excellent alternatives. Plain or infused water with lemon, cucumber, or berries. Herbal teas like chamomile, hibiscus, or ginger. Milk or fortified plant milks that offer calcium and vitamin D. Green smoothies made with kale, spinach, almond milk, and a banana. Even bone broth, which provides minerals and collagen, can be a nourishing choice. If you miss the fizz, try sparkling water with a splash of 100% juice, no added sugar, no phosphorus, no problem. Takeaway and tease for next episode. Let's wrap up with this. Every soda may seem harmless, but over time, those bubbly beverages can add up to brittle bones and painful consequences. The good news is, it's never too late to make a change. Start by swapping out one soda a day. Focus on calcium-rich, bone-friendly alternatives. And give your body what it really needs to stay strong, upright, and thriving. Thanks for watching Bone Health Heroes. In our next episode, we'll be exploring the truth about bone-damaging medications. From common prescriptions to over-the-counter drugs you never realized could weaken your skeleton. So hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video with someone you care about. Stay strong, stay smart, and we'll see you in the next episode. Episode 3, Bone Health Heroes Series. The Pill Problem, Medications that Secretly Weaken Bones. Welcome back to Bone Health Heroes, where we uncover what really keeps your bones strong and your body thriving, especially after 60. Today's episode is a wake-up call for millions of seniors. We're talking about something that may be sitting right in your medicine cabinet, prescription and over-the-counter medications that may be silently weakening your bones. These drugs are often necessary and prescribed with good intentions, but many people, especially older adults, aren't told about the long-term risks to bone health. So today, we'll reveal the most common culprits, explain how they affect your bones, and show you what you can do to protect yourself without sacrificing your health. Before we reveal which meds may be silently damaging your bones, don't forget to subscribe for more critical health insights. Segment 1. Steroids, antacids and bone damage. Let's begin with one of the biggest threats to senior bones, corticosteroids. These are medications like prednisone and dexamethasone, often prescribed to treat inflammation, autoimmune diseases, asthma, or chronic pain. They're lifesavers for many, but at a cost. Long-term steroid use has been directly linked to bone loss and osteoporosis. These medications reduce the body's ability to absorb calcium, increase how much calcium you lose through urine, and slow down the activity of bone-forming cells. This dangerous trio means that the longer you're on corticosteroids, the higher your risk of fractures becomes, especially in the spine and hips. Thanks for tuning in to Bone Health Heroes. In our next episode, we're switching gears and diving into something delicious, the top foods that naturally boost bone density. From crunchy snacks to powerful spices, you'll learn what to eat to fortify your frame and stay active longer. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who takes daily medications. Together, we can protect our health, and our bones, for life. Episode 4, Bone Health Heroes Series. Eat Your Strength, Top Foods that Boost Senior Bone Density. Welcome back to Bone Health Heroes, your trusted source for staying strong, mobile, and independent through your senior years. In this episode, we're heading straight into the kitchen to discover how the right foods can act as natural medicine for your bones. Whether you're already dealing with bone loss or just want to stay ahead of the game, the solution might be on your plate. Today, we reveal the top foods that naturally boost bone density, without pills, side effects, or guesswork. Let's fuel those bones and build real strength from within. Let's talk bone-boosting foods, but first, hit subscribe so you never miss a grocery list that can save your strength. Segment 1. Why food matters more than ever after 60. As we age, our bodies don't absorb nutrients as efficiently. We produce less stomach acid, spend less time in the sun, and often eat less overall. That means every bite matters more. Your diet is one of the most powerful tools you have for protecting your bones, and yet, it's also one of the most overlooked. Bone loss doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process that begins long before fractures appear. But here's the good news, certain foods are packed with the exact nutrients your bones need: calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K2, collagen, and more. By eating the right combinations, you can slow, stop, and even reverse some aspects of bone loss. So what are these foods? And how can you add them to your daily meals? Let's dive in. Segment 2. The bone-building superstars. Let's start with the heavy hitters. 1. Leafy greens, the unsung calcium heroes. Kale, collard greens, bok choy, turnip greens, and spinach aren't just for salads, they're calcium powerhouses. In fact, some leafy greens contain more absorbable calcium than milk. They're also rich in magnesium and vitamin K1, which help bind calcium to your bones. 2. Fatty fish, vitamin D plus omega-3s. Salmon, sardines, especially with bones, and mackerel are bone-friendly because they provide vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and may help preserve bone mass. 3. Yogurt and kefir, probiotics plus calcium. Dairy products like plain Greek yogurt and fermented kefir not only offer high calcium levels, but they also support gut health. Why does that matter? Because a healthy gut helps you absorb all nutrients, including the ones your bones depend on. 4. Seeds, tiny but mighty. Chia, sesame, and flax seeds are loaded with calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Sprinkle them into smoothies, oatmeal, or even salads for a bone-building boost in every bite. 5. Nuts, especially almonds and Brazil nuts. Almonds are rich in calcium, magnesium, and protein, all essential for maintaining strong bones. Brazil nuts offer selenium, which supports bone metabolism and may reduce fracture risk. 6. Eggs, vitamin D in the yolk. Don't skip the yolk. While eggs aren't high in calcium, they contain vitamin D and protein, two must-haves for strong bones. 7. Prunes, yes, really. Multiple studies have shown that eating just 5 to 6 prunes a day can help prevent bone loss in older women. They're rich in potassium, vitamin K, and antioxidants that reduce bone breakdown. Liking these food tips? Tap that subscribe button, we've got plenty more coming for your bone health journey. 8. Bone broth, collagen and minerals. Homemade or high-quality bone broth contains collagen, calcium, magnesium, and gelatin, all of which support joint and bone health. Sip it like tea or use it as a base for soups and stews. 9. Turmeric, the anti-inflammatory powerhouse. Chronic inflammation contributes to bone loss. Turmeric, especially when paired with black pepper, can help fight inflammation and support overall bone health. Add it to rice, tea, or even scrambled eggs. 10. Fortified foods, don't forget these. Sometimes, everyday items like orange juice, oatmeal, and cereals are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. These can help you reach your daily needs, just watch for added sugar. Segment 4. How to turn these foods into a bone-healthy lifestyle. It's one thing to know the right foods, it's another to build them into your daily habits. Let's look at how to build bone-smart meals without stress. Breakfast, start with Greek yogurt topped with chia seeds, walnuts, and a few prunes. Add a soft boiled egg on the side, and you've covered calcium, protein, vitamin D, and more, all before noon. Lunch, a hearty salad with kale, grilled salmon, almonds, and olive oil dressing gives your bones everything they crave. Add a side of bone broth to sip or a fortified juice. Dinner, enjoy a stir-fry with tofu or lean chicken, bok choy, turmeric-spiced rice, and sesame seeds. Cook it in olive oil, and serve it over quinoa for added magnesium. Snacks, snack on Brazil nuts, fresh figs, or a slice of cheese with fruit. And drink plenty of water, hydration supports nutrient transport and keeps joints cushioned. The key is consistency. You don't need to eat all these foods every day, but rotating them into your meals, week by week, adds up to stronger bones over time. Takeaway and tease for next episode. So let's recap, your kitchen can be your bone clinic. Leafy greens, fish, yogurt, seeds, nuts, prunes, and turmeric aren't just tasty, they're your bone's best friends. By eating smarter, you give your body the raw materials it needs to stay upright, flexible, and fracture-free well into your golden years. Thanks for joining us on this delicious episode of Bone Health Heroes. Coming up next, we'll uncover the silent nutrient deficiencies that could be putting your skeleton at risk, even if you eat well. You won't want to miss episode 5, The Missing Links, Hidden Deficiencies that Cripple Senior Bones. Until then, eat your strength, stay curious, and share this episode with a friend or loved one who could use a little bone-building guidance. See you next time. If you're ready to eat your way to stronger bones, subscribe, and let's keep building a better you together. Episode 5. Bone Health Heroes Series. The Missing Links, Hidden Deficiencies that Cripple Senior Bones. Welcome back to Bone Health Heroes, where we dig deep into the truth about bone strength, aging, and staying active for life. Today, we're unlocking one of the most overlooked dangers to your skeletal health, hidden nutrient deficiencies. You might think your bones are getting everything they need, after all, you take your calcium, maybe even some vitamin D. But here's the truth, even a small, unnoticed deficiency in just one key nutrient can silently undermine your bones, year after year. In this episode, we're going to uncover the missing links, nutrients your body might be craving without you even realizing it. Let's fix the gaps before they become fractures. Ready to move smarter, not harder? Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss powerful, senior-safe workouts like these. Before we uncover the hidden deficiencies robbing your bones of strength, subscribe for more truth-backed, senior-focused health tips. Segment 1. Why deficiencies are so common after 60. Once we hit our 60s and beyond, our bodies don't work quite the same. Nutrient absorption slows down. Our diets often get simpler. And medications, while helpful, can interfere with how our bodies process essential vitamins and minerals. You could be eating a decent diet and still end up with hidden deficiencies that weaken your bones over time. And because bone loss is silent, no pain, no symptoms until something breaks. You may not know your skeleton is under attack until it's too late. That's why catching and correcting these silent nutrient gaps early is absolutely essential. Segment 2. The Big 5 Hidden Deficiencies. Let's walk through the 5 most common and dangerous nutrient deficiencies that impact senior bone health, and how to fix them. 1. Magnesium, the unsung bone hero. Magnesium plays a key role in converting vitamin D into its active form, which your body uses to absorb calcium. Without enough magnesium, even a high calcium intake won't help much. The problem? Over 50% of older adults are magnesium deficient. Take a breather and hit subscribe. Because each video builds on the last, and your bones need that steady support. Symptoms like muscle cramps, anxiety, or fatigue may be signs, but the real damage is in the bones. Low magnesium levels lead to brittle, poorly structured bone tissue. Fix it. Eat more almonds, spinach, avocados, black beans, and pumpkin seeds. A magnesium citrate or glycinate supplement, 200-400 mg/day, can also help, but ask your doctor first. 2. Vitamin K2, the bone traffic director. You may have heard of vitamin K, but K2 is different, and essential. It helps shuttle calcium into bones and keep it out of arteries. Without it, calcium may build up in the wrong places, like your blood vessels, while your bones stay starved. Vitamin K2 deficiency is incredibly common, because it's mostly found in fermented foods like natto, a Japanese soy dish, aged cheeses, and grass-fed animal products. Fix it. Add grass-fed butter, Gouda or Brie cheese, or even K2 supplements to your routine. Especially if you're taking calcium and vitamin D. 3. Zinc, the repairman of your bones. Zinc is critical for bone repair and growth, but it's often low in older adults, especially if you have digestive issues. Zinc supports collagen production and helps build new bone tissue. Fix it. Eat more shellfish, like oysters, pumpkin seeds, cashews, and lentils. A supplement may be needed if you have poor appetite or chronic illness. 4. Omega-3 fatty acids, the inflammation fighter. Chronic inflammation eats away at bone density. Omega-3s, found in fatty fish like salmon and sardines, help reduce inflammation and support bone formation. Most seniors get far too few omega-3s, and the imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fats can worsen bone loss. Fix it. Eat fatty fish 2 to 3 times per week or take a high-quality fish oil supplement, EPA plus DHA. 5. Boron, the little-known bone booster. Boron isn't a headline grabber, but it's essential for bone metabolism. It helps your body use calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D more efficiently. Without enough boron, your bones miss out on the benefits of all those nutrients. Fix it. Eat prunes, raisins, almonds, and avocados. A small boron supplement, around 3 mg per day, can also be helpful if your diet is lacking. This info could be life-changing. Don't miss out. Tap subscribe now so we can keep you ahead of the curve. Segment 3. Medications and lifestyle factors that steal nutrients. Even if you're eating well, your body may still be losing bone-critical nutrients. Why? Because certain medications and lifestyle habits literally steal nutrients from your system. Common culprits include antacids and acid blockers, reduce magnesium and calcium absorption. Diuretics, increase excretion of magnesium and potassium. Corticosteroids, interfere with calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. Excess alcohol and caffeine, lower absorption and increase calcium loss. Sugar-heavy diets deplete magnesium and increase inflammation. And remember, smoking, not just bad for your lungs, cuts off oxygen supply to bones, reducing their ability to rebuild and repair. Fix it. Speak with your doctor about the nutrient-depleting effects of any long-term medications. You may need blood tests to catch deficiencies early, and supplements or dietary changes to correct them. Segment 4. How to monitor and correct deficiencies. So how can you tell if you have a hidden deficiency? Ask your doctor about blood tests for magnesium, vitamin D, zinc, and omega-3 levels. These are easy to test and can provide real insight into your risk. Track your diet for a week using a food diary or app to see what nutrients you may be missing. Watch for subtle signs: fatigue, cramps, brittle nails, frequent illness, or slow healing. Once you know where the gaps are, build a personalized plan. You don't have to guess anymore. Whether it's changing your meals, adding a supplement, or adjusting a medication, you can close those gaps and protect your bones from the inside out. Takeaway and tease for next episode. Let's wrap this up. Your bones don't just need calcium and vitamin D. They need a whole team of nutrients, and even one missing player can throw off the whole system. Magnesium, K2, zinc, omega-3s, and boron are the missing links that could be standing between you and stronger bones. Thank you for joining us on this vital episode of Bone Health Heroes. Next time, we shift gears to the world of movement, because even the best nutrition needs support from motion. In episode 6, we reveal the top 7 exercises for seniors that build bone, not break it. You'll learn exactly how to stay strong, safe, and fracture-free through the power of movement. Until then, stay strong, stay informed, and keep building those bones, one step, one bite, one choice at a time. Strong bones start with strong habits. Stay on track, subscribe now, and we'll keep moving together. Episode 6, Bone Health Heroes Series. The top 7 exercises for seniors that build bone, not break it. Welcome back to Bone Health Heroes, the trusted show for seniors who want to stay strong, independent, and mobile well into their golden years. In today's episode, we're strapping on our sneakers and heading into the world of exercise, but not just any exercise. We're focusing on the top 7 safe, proven, bone-building movements for seniors. These are not high-impact routines that could cause injury. These are gentle but powerful exercises that stimulate bone growth, improve balance, and reduce your risk of fractures, without the danger. If you're ready to move with confidence, let's begin. Segment 1. Why exercise is essential for bone health after 60. As we age, our bones naturally lose density. But here's the key: bones are living tissue, and they respond to stress. When we use them, through the right kind of movement, they actually become stronger. Just like muscles, bones adapt to the demands we place on them. Unfortunately, many seniors avoid exercise due to fear of falling or injury. The result? More bone loss, weaker muscles, and a greater risk of fractures. But the right kind of exercise can slow bone loss, stimulate new bone growth, and improve your balance and coordination. That means fewer falls, and fewer breaks. In fact, research shows that regular, moderate movement is just as important as nutrition when it comes to preventing osteoporosis and fractures. So what kind of exercises are safe and effective? Let's count down the top 7. Segment 2. The top 7 bone-building exercises for seniors. 1. Walking, the foundation of bone health. It might seem too simple, but walking is one of the most effective weight-bearing exercises. It gently loads your hips, knees, and spine, key areas prone to bone loss. Just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, can make a real difference. Want to boost results? Try brisk walking, walking uphill, or carrying light hand weights for added resistance. 2. Tai Chi, balance, strength, and calm in one. Tai Chi is a gentle, flowing martial art known for improving balance and reducing fall risk. It also provides light resistance that stimulates bone health, especially in the hips and spine. Plus, it's easy on the joints and incredibly calming for the mind. Many senior centers offer classes, or you can find free videos online to follow at home. 3. Resistance band exercises, safe strength training. Elastic bands provide resistance without the heavy weights. This makes them perfect for building strength in the arms, shoulders, legs, and hips, all crucial for bone support. You can do seated or standing routines depending on your fitness level. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions per week, focusing on slow, controlled movements that engage major muscle groups. 4. Chair squats, strength from the ground up. Chair squats mimic the motion of sitting and standing, which we do every day. This exercise strengthens the thighs, glutes, and hips, helping to protect the femur and pelvis from fractures. Start by using a sturdy chair for support and progress slowly. Doing 10 to 15 reps, a few times a week, builds real strength that translates to safer daily movement. 5. Heel raises, fortify your foundation. This simple movement strengthens the calves and improves ankle stability, key for fall prevention. It also provides light impact to stimulate bone growth in the lower legs and spine. You can do these while brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or standing at the counter, no excuses. 6. Wall push UPS, upper body and spine support. Wall push-ups are a gentle way to strengthen the upper back, shoulders, and arms. They improve posture and help maintain the strength of your spine. Start with 10 reps and increase gradually. Improved posture reduces the risk of spinal compression fractures and makes you look taller and more confident. 7. Stair climbing or step UPS, natural resistance training. Climbing stairs or doing step-ups with a low platform activates your leg and hip muscles while providing bone-stimulating impact. If stairs are difficult, start with a single step or use a step bench with support nearby. Always ensure safety first. Good shoes, handrails, and balance support are key. Segment 3. How to start safely and build a routine. The best exercise is the one you'll actually do. Start small. You don't need to do all 7 exercises every day. Begin with 2 or 3 that feel comfortable, and build gradually. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Here's a sample beginner routine. Monday, 30-minute walk plus chair squats. Wednesday, resistance bands plus wall push-ups. Friday, Tai Chi plus heel raises. Sunday, step-ups plus stretch. That's just 3 to 4 hours a week, and your bones will thank you. Safety tips. Warm up before you start. March in place, swing your arms, and take deep breaths. Use a sturdy surface or wall for balance, especially if you're just beginning. Wear supportive shoes with non-slip soles. Stay hydrated, and stop if you feel dizzy or experience sharp pain. Always consult your healthcare provider before beginning a new exercise program, especially if you have osteoporosis or balance issues. Segment 4. Extra tools that help support bone exercise. As you get stronger, you may want to enhance your routine with these simple tools. Balance pads or cushions help improve stability for exercises like heel raises or squats. Ankle or wrist weights, add gentle resistance for walking or seated workouts. Yoga mats and blocks, provide comfort and support for stretches and floor routines. Streaming classes for seniors, there are excellent online programs that guide you step by step, with built-in modifications for joint pain or limited mobility. Don't underestimate stretching, either. Gentle stretching after a workout improves flexibility and posture, reducing the chance of injury and enhancing the effect of all your bone-building efforts. Takeaway and tease for next episode. To wrap up, building strong bones in your 60s, 70s, and beyond doesn't require heavy weights or risky moves. With just a few simple, safe exercises done consistently, you can stimulate new bone growth, improve balance, and protect yourself from life-altering fracture. Thank you for joining us on this energizing episode of Bone Health Heroes. Next time, we'll explore something critical and often overlooked: your hormones. That's right, hormones play a major role in bone density, especially after menopause or in older men. In episode 7, we reveal hormones and bone health, what every senior needs to know. Until then, keep moving, stay safe, and build your strength, one rep, one step, one day at a time. Episode 7, Bone Health Heroes Series. Hormones and Bone Health, what every senior needs to know. Welcome to another essential episode of Bone Health Heroes, the show dedicated to helping seniors protect their strength, mobility, and independence. Today's episode dives into a powerful, but often hidden, force behind your bone health: your hormones. That's right, those chemical messengers in your body do far more than regulate mood or metabolism. They also control how your bones build, break down, and rebuild themselves. If your bones feel fragile, your hormones could be part of the reason. Let's uncover how hormone changes after 50, especially in menopause and andropause, can make or break your bone density, and what you can do about it. Before we dive into how hormones affect your bones, take a moment to subscribe. Your future self will thank you. Segment 1. The hormone-bone connection explained. Let's start with the basics. Your bones are in a constant state of renewal. Old bone is broken down, and new bone is built. This remodeling process is controlled by cells called osteoclasts, which break bone down, and osteoblasts, which build new bone. And the balance between those cells? It's largely directed by hormones. Hormones act like switches, telling your body when to grow bone and when to break it down. When hormone levels are optimal, bones stay strong. But when they drop, especially during menopause or with aging in men, bone loss speeds up and rebuilding slows down. That's why understanding your hormone health is critical to maintaining your bones. Segment 2. Estrogen, the bone protector, especially for women. One of the most important hormones for bone health in women is estrogen. Estrogen doesn't just affect reproductive health, it plays a huge role in bone maintenance. It keeps the osteoclasts, bone destroyers, in check and encourages the osteoblasts, bone builders. When a woman enters menopause, estrogen levels plummet, and so does bone density. In fact, women can lose up to 20% of their bone mass in the first 5 to 7 years after menopause. That's why postmenopausal women are at much higher risk for osteoporosis and fractures. Even if you're already in your 60s or 70s, keeping estrogen levels supported, either naturally or with medical guidance, can have a meaningful impact on your bone strength and quality of life. Segment 3. Testosterone, not just a male hormone. Now, let's talk about testosterone, a hormone we typically associate with men, but it matters for women too. In men, testosterone helps stimulate bone formation and keeps the breakdown process in balance. As men age, testosterone levels gradually decline, and that's when bone density starts to drop. Low testosterone in older men often goes undiagnosed, but the symptoms are real: weaker bones, muscle loss, fatigue, and an increased risk of fractures. Even mild testosterone deficiency can affect how strong and resilient your bones are. In women, testosterone also plays a smaller but significant role in supporting bone strength and muscle mass. It's all part of a delicate hormonal balance that changes with age. Segment 4. Parathyroid hormone, cortisol and vitamin D. Estrogen and testosterone may be the stars of the show, but other hormones also influence your bone health. Parathyroid hormone, PTH, helps regulate calcium levels in the blood and bone. When calcium is low, PTH pulls it from your bones, weakening them if the situation continues too long. Then there's cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronic stress and elevated cortisol levels can break down bone tissue over time. That's right, too much stress doesn't just affect your mind, it can quietly erode your bones too. Lastly, vitamin D isn't technically a hormone, but it behaves like one. It helps your body absorb calcium and supports many functions that are crucial for maintaining healthy bones. Without enough vitamin D, all your bone-building efforts could fall flat. Segment 5. Hormone testing, natural support and medical options. So how do you know if your hormones are out of balance? It starts with testing. If you're over 50 and especially if you're experiencing bone loss, muscle weakness, fatigue, or unexpected fractures, talk to your doctor about hormonal testing. This might include estrogen, testosterone, thyroid function, parathyroid hormone, and vitamin D levels. If your levels are low or imbalanced, there are options. Lifestyle choices, like exercise, sleep, and diet, are powerful first steps. Regular weight-bearing activity, eating calcium, and vitamin D-rich foods, and reducing stress all help regulate hormones naturally. For some seniors, hormone replacement therapy, HRT, may be appropriate. For postmenopausal women, low-dose estrogen therapy can help slow or reverse bone loss. In men with clinically low testosterone, testosterone replacement therapy may be considered. These decisions should always be made with a healthcare provider because there are risks and benefits. But the key takeaway is this: don't ignore your hormones. They could be the hidden key to protecting your bones. Final tips and episode tease. Let's wrap up with a few action steps. Get your hormone levels checked, especially if you're noticing bone weakness, low energy, or muscle loss. Support your hormones naturally with exercise, stress reduction, a healthy diet, and quality sleep. Ask your doctor about hormone therapy if your levels are significantly low or you're experiencing rapid bone loss. Remember, hormones aren't just about youth and vitality, they're central to your strength, mobility, and independence. Your bones are listening to your hormones every single day. The question is, what are your hormones telling them? Thank you for watching this episode of Bone Health Heroes. In our next episode, we'll dive into the foods that don't just feed your hunger, they feed your bones. Join us for episode 8, Eat Your Strength, Top Foods That Boost Senior Bone Density. Until then, keep fueling your strength from the inside out. This info is essential, and often overlooked. If you're learning something valuable, hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Let's bring this series to a strong finish with some clear takeaways. Hormones like estrogen, testosterone, cortisol, and parathyroid hormone quietly shape the fate of your bones every day. When they're in balance, your bones stay strong, flexible, and resilient. But when they're off, even slightly, your risk for fractures and bone loss skyrockets. So what can you do? Start by having your hormone levels checked, especially if you've experienced bone loss, fatigue, or unexpected fractures. Build a lifestyle that supports hormonal balance, nutritious food, resistance exercise, good sleep, and low stress. And don't hesitate to ask your doctor whether medical options like hormone therapy might help protect your long-term bone health. And with that, we wrap up our Bone Health Heroes series. From vitamins and hidden risks to hormone health and bone-building exercises, you now have a complete roadmap to protect and strengthen your bones at any age. This journey has been all about empowering you to stay independent, mobile, and pain-free for years to come. If you found these episodes helpful, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content for seniors who want to live stronger, healthier lives. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who could use this information too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you never miss our next video on senior health, strength, and wellness. We're here to help you live stronger, feel better, and stay independent, one smart health tip at a time. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep building a healthier you. Let me know if you'd like this adapted into a voiceover script, animated format, or integrated into your video visuals.